Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time it's a TF Talk video. Now, as I was filming the previous Before It's Out videos, I kind of noticed a trend with some of the Robots in Disguise figures that was actually recently announced. Now, if you recall, the Strong Arm mold was remolded into Ratchet, and that looked like a pretty good figure. I don't have it in hand. I do have the Strong Arm. I would love to get the Ratchet, but I just haven't seen him yet. It seems like he's going to be in my stores pretty soon, but that happened, and it was just like a quick way to get that character released, I guess. I mean, if it's that big of a deal, we have the Transformers Prime version, so it's not that much to complain about, and it is a cheap way for them to bring the character back for the toy line, but I'm not complaining about it. I mean, it looked fine, it did its job, so it's whatever. But here's the thing. At the end of Transformers Robots in Disguise Season 2.5, or if you want to call it Season 3, Optimus Prime had mentioned that he is working with some friends of Bumblebee. And those friends could mean the RC, Bumblebee, and Bulkhead, as well as Wheeljack and whatnot. Now, to me, they could just do like something else with that. Like, in Transformers Robots in Disguise, Bumblebee mentioned that one of his oldest friends was Jazz, and we never saw Jazz in Transformers Prime, so they might pull something like that, where like, it's just a whole bunch of new Autobots, but like Bumblebee had known them previously, and we just haven't seen that part of the story. But I feel like we are going to get the old Autobot crew coming back for Transformers Robots in Disguise. And I can actually see it in the new molds for the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2017 first couple of waves. I mentioned this in the previous video, but the Warrior Class Blur, I was taking a look at it and it reminded me of something. I was thinking, what do the legs and the shoulders, not really with the spoilers, but the shoulders in general, remind me of? And I was really trying to think of what character this really looks like, until I finally realized. It looks like Wheeljack. It's got the same design for the legs, how the feet are pretty thin, just like how Wheeljack had. His shoulders look like they come from Wheeljack. This looks like it's going to be a remold from the Wheeljack. It just needs a different chest, although I would like to see a Sunstreaker out of this personally. I feel like they're going to remold the chest because I feel like the chest doesn't really do anything for the robot mode, so I think that they can do that. And they're going to re-release this as Wheeljack. But not only that, like that was just my guess, right? Until I took a good look at the Soundwave figure. And Soundwave has this bulky shape, he's got these pieces on his shoulders that rotate out, and I just realized this could be our Bulkhead. This could be remolded into Bulkhead. I'm fine with that because we've had first edition Bulkhead and the RID Bulkhead, we've had the Beastars Bulkhead. If it doesn't look good, it's not that big of a concern. We've already had other figures. But the chest is really large, and it kind of feels like that it's going to have more parts kind of come down from it, because it seems like when you take a look at the alt mode, you have that giant gap between the chest and the ground. So I feel like they have a little bit more room to create that belly for Bulkhead. In fact, this guy is very chunky itself, and I feel like that the shoulders are going to change and have a different look, although if they choose to just do this, I'd be fine with that. And then give him a new head, and probably replace the gun on the top of his shoulder, and I see Bulkhead out of this. I really do see Bulkhead from this toy. In fact, when you take a look, and this is kind of weird, his upper legs kind of remind me of Bulkhead. Like, it's got some thickness to it. So I really do think that we're going to get a Bulkhead out of this. That's just my personal opinion. So Blur would become Wheeljack, and then Soundwave would become Bulkhead. I'm not sure about any other figure like RC, you know, there's no figure right now that would be able to be a pre-mold except for maybe Fracture, but I don't think they would do that. They could, but I feel like they would do something else with that. And then, what else? And then Smokescreen, they can take the blur mold and then do a Smokescreen out of that. I'm not sure what they would do out of that. That is if Smokescreen does return for Transformers Robots in Disguise. I don't know, what is your opinions? Please comment below, let me know. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And I will see you guys next time. Fist bump!